What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel, Pete's Car Report. I want to thank everybody who's just recently subscribed. If you're new to the channel, I've got lots of new cars coming, focused on the Mercedes, W140s, W126 so far. I've also got the Austin Healey. I'm going to show you guys around. It's going to be a slightly different video, more of a vlog style, but I'm going to show you guys a few cars. We're going to start up the newest car to the channel, and I think you guys are going to be super excited about that. You probably know from the title of this video which one that is. So let's get started now. I'm going to bring you guys over to the new W126 that I've recently been showing on this video, on this channel. I've done quite a few videos on it. Not doing a whole lot of work to it because this car, I picked it up for $2,000 and it was in very good shape. The paint was kind of a little bit moldy. I did a video on cleaning that up. If you guys go check my past videos. Only really new thing to this recently is that plate on the front that my wife and daughter got me for Father's Day. Absolutely love it. It came out awesome putting it on the car. Very easy to put on there. Picked that up from Amazon. I'll probably throw a link down below for you guys if you guys want to get something like that. You can customize it a lot. I actually picked the flag and so forth on it. A couple other things. I just went down to a U-Pull place and they had one of these. I talked about it in another video, but I was able to pick up one of the rear lights here because this one actually has a little damage, so I'll be doing a video on how to remove that. I don't even know if you can see, but it's cracked right on the inside there. So I'll be replacing that. You can see I've got this panel down. My antenna does not go up and down, but good news is I picked one up, pulled it off the car. It's a little damaged, but it does work. I think I'll be able to either use some of these parts or some of those parts back and forth and get that working. I'll be doing a video on that. And if you didn't catch my video on the AC, I actually pulled out the blower motor, the relay and so forth from that car, but ended up being the main switch panel. And that was pretty cool. I was able to get the AC blowing cold. But on to some of these other cars. I've got my S500 here with the AMG rims. If you guys, once again, are new to this channel, you might not know the car. It's in excellent condition. I've got it covered over here just because I'm not currently driving it. I'm just starting it up here and there, but it is black on black. Excellent condition interior. It might be a little dirty in here, but it's got the reclining rear seats. Very similar to Zay's 99. This is a 95. I'm very fortunate that all of my soft closed doors work. And the last thing we're going to be doing on this is really just painting this lower trim. We got to finish that up. I've done the side parts in past videos, so that'll be coming very, very soon to the channel. We'll be doing that paint project. And we got Zay's S500 here too. He's got the blacked out lights, these awesome rotiform rims. And yeah, so if you haven't seen this car on the channel, what we're going to be doing next on this is painting that hood. So we're probably going to be doing a clear coat, a wet sand clear coat on that hood, a 2K clear. And that's really what we've got lined up for his car. We've got the 1963 Austin Healey. Once again, if you haven't checked out any of the videos, if you're new to this channel, I've redone the dash on this. Also, I got a performance head that we're going to be porting and polishing on upcoming videos, so you'll get to see that. And as well as we're going to be putting roller rockers and tuning the carburetor. We put a new Weber carburetor. Once again, go back and check some of my recently past videos. You'll see some stuff on that. Right now, it's got straight headers on there because we replaced that. But this video is going to be about the S600 W140. And if you're not familiar with this car at all on this channel, because it was very briefly introduced in one of my videos, I traded Zay. He picked this up a couple of years ago, and he's had some issues where it will not go out of first gear. We believe it's the conductor plate, but we also want to look into possible fluid. If you guys fill me in if you guys know anything. If I'm going through this and you guys hear something or see something, fill me in, because right now it's not going out of first gear. When he got it, it was driving beautifully. The car starts right up. We're going to start it up here in a second. I'll show you guys that. It idles perfect. It does have a sound that my black one makes when it starts up, and that's the pump. You can hear the pump going on to pump up the car. That's mainly on mine because I have the back of it lowered down. So it's got to pump itself up in order to refill the system. And I think something similar is happening to this, or that could just be something standard. Zay actually has, he doesn't have the hydraulic shocks in his S500, so we can't really compare it. He took his out and replaced them with the standard spring. So let me know if you guys know if that is a standard noise. We're going to go to starting the car now, and then I'm going to do a quick walk around, but you'll be able to hear that sound as it starts up, so stay tuned. right, guys, so here she is. So Zay just started her up. That noise you guys hear in the beginning, we believe, my car does the exact same thing, my W140. It's the pump, because when it sits, it's got to pump the car up. This has the four hydraulic systems. My W140, the S500, it just has the rear hydraulic shocks. The shocks seem to be good in this, right, Zay? I don't know about the shocks. They don't need to be replaced, so they're holding. Obviously, the tire's not holding air here. But let's do a quick walkthrough of this car. We're going to spend a lot of time on this channel doing some things to this. But the beauty of the V12, as many of you guys know, is how perfectly silent this car is for the size of the engine. How there's no vibration. I mean, you can rest a quarter on there and it ain't going anywhere. So the fact that they were able to pack all this size and power into this car, but make it so crisp and quiet, is the reason why this was your pure luxury car and was competition to the Rolls Royces and the Bentleys of the time. And in fact, most people preferred Mercedes over that for reliability. So let's now get into what we're going to do. So like I explained earlier, the transmission is not jumping out of first gear. It does run, it does go forward, it does go back, and we believe it's the conductor plate on the transmission. So have you actually looked at that, or is this just something that we're...
Every form,
yeah, so just research.
The first thing they say to check the conductor.
Exactly. And so if any of you guys know, chime in on where we need to go with that. So we're going to be approaching that pretty much right away. That's probably the first thing we're going to do. Interior on this, not perfect, but it's absolutely amazing. This is a 96. And so for the age and mileage on this car, interior is actually in very good condition. The dash has been very well taken care of considering it's in Florida. The seats have minimal wear. It has been out in the sun quite often. The headliner is damn near perfect, which is awesome because that sunroof actually works and does not have any sagging to it. It's not missing its cover. And pretty much stock radio. AC does work. It does have an issue, we think, in the controls here, which is a very common thing on these cars, so we got to look at that. This is one of the first cars that I've ever known that actually has the sensors. Zay, you want to go up front? So as you can see, when anybody goes in front of it, or you have it, an item in front of it, just like your modern cars, it lets you know. This is a 96, keep in mind, guys, so absolutely insane in my opinion. He does have the stock radio, which is really cool, and you can see he's going over to that corner. And when I say it's got sensors, now I've seen, you know, even Ford Expeditions, my Lincoln Navigator had one on each corner, and that was 2005. This is 10 years prior, and it's got 1, 2, 3, 4 on the back and 4 on the front. So that's what you see on modern luxury cars. So this is 20 years ahead of its time for that type of thing. Of course, it's got the sun visor. Now, one of the cool things that this car came with is the curtains. So you can see here, it's got the mountings for it. Unfortunately, someone did take those out, and they're very difficult to find. So if anybody out there knows how we can get a hold of those, that would be a really cool feature to get back on this car. Once again, we just need to get this thing cleaned out. It's been sitting at Zay's house for quite some time, and all he had was a little carport to park it under, and was not able to work on it where he lived. So we needed to get this thing up here so we could work on it. It does have the reclining rear seats like my S500 that you guys have seen, and they do work. As you can see here, the whole bench does recline, which is pretty awesome for 96 as well. I love how they have the lights back here. So back in the day, you had plenty of room to relax and sit down and read a paper or book. Lots of privacy, and these are neat as well too. I've actually got cold air back here right now, which is really good news. So that means that we're at least getting something flowing through the car. I don't believe we're getting it up there. It could be vacuums as well. There's a lot of different things that can go wrong with these AC units. So you can see here, it's got the vanity lights, which are really neat. Very, very comfortable inside. I actually drove it over to this area of the shop, and so it did drive very nicely. It's a very comfortable car. All the wood is in great shape. It's even got the solid wood on the ashtray openers here, which is really, really neat, and those open up slowly and work perfectly. This wood is all in perfect shape, which is very, very rare. Even my S500 has a few cracks here and there. Other than this dent here, the car is in overall good shape. And so So we're excited about it. We're going to basically prep it, probably clean it really well. We got to fix this sunroof seal here, which does not leak, ironically, so that we can't figure out why. But we're either going to try to soften this one up and realign it into there, or pick up a new one. Most likely we're going to have to pick up a new one. The trunk, as you can see, is sticking out already, so it does have some issues opening, but it does open. In fact, let me get that open so I can show you guys real quick. All right, so here's the trunk. Zay actually got it wiggled open. It's about to start pouring. We are under a carport, but I'm trying to make sure I get you guys filled in on everything that the car has, what it looks like. Trunk's very clean. Once again, we still need to clean this car down. We did just get it here not too long ago. But the cool thing is all of the soft close work too, I believe, except for that trunk. Obviously, it's having some issues that we just need to address. But as you can see, they're very fast. I did shut it down. Also, one of the last things we need to do is this mirror. It's something that I'm very familiar with. They do close. Most of the electronics work, so this is not going to be a massive project. The only thing that's going to be really something that's going to take us a little bit of time is possibly that transmission conductor plate, but it might be something we can get fixed right away. We've already had people chiming in, and anybody out there that knows about it, anybody that lives in the area that wants to come help us, we're more than going to welcome you to come out, as long as we know who you are and can trust you. So let us know if you guys know anything about that, or fill me in on that specifically. If you saw anything in this video and you have questions, let us know, man, because this is going to be a car we really want to work on. Once again, I'm Pete. This is Pete's Carport. Thanks for tuning in, guys. Also, I believe I'm going to hit 1,000 subscribers, because I was at about 997 right before I started making this video. So thanks again, guys. Thanks for building this channel. Lots to come. Have an awesome day. Well, this is what came down pretty much right when I closed off the video. Just wanted to show you guys. Welcome to Florida. It's storm season. Have a great day, guys. We're gonna have some fun today getting stuff done.